Welcome back again. This is Fox, and welcome back to InfraSpace. Where last time you left me trying to deal with the workforce shortage that we have when we were making VR edutainment. Now, this is going to look a bit different to when we were here last time because it is different. It's a brand new save. I'll start it again. Oh god, after I built the VR edutainment, I went into a death spiral. I spent 3 hours trying to fix it. Literally 3 hours trying to fix it. I spoke to people in the community. Nothing I could do would fix it. I've come to the conclusion that this game forces you to build smaller cities not linked to anything else apart from what is inside its own cluster. So I started a new save. I did turn the needs amount down to easy rather than medium. The production that I was having to create in the previous save was just absolutely ridiculous. I could keep up with production, but I couldn't get it into the city or deliver it to the city efficiently without it causing massive traffic jams and ultimately just stalling. So yeah, I decided to bite the bullet, learn from my mistakes, start again on easy consumption, so they consume a little bit less of each good. It's not a massive difference, but it does help. The main thing that has helped is by keeping the city a lot smaller. As you can see by this city, everything is at max tier level 6, fully populated. Everything. We have 10,611 people. Now it should be 10,660, so I think I miscalculated on the houses somewhere. I think I calculated one more house than what we've actually got. But it's a similar layout to the city that we had before. We've got the stadium in the middle. We've got the parks. I've got 4 big city parks and 2 small ones. And then we have the schools. It only needs 4. Now, this city is much more easy to keep supplied in regards to delivering the stuff because it's just so much smaller. I've bolted all of the production onto the edge of the city, as you can see. This is home appliances, computers, good meals, and home robots. As you can see, home robots, we are producing 30 more than what we need. Computers, we're producing 30 more than what we need. Good meals, we're producing 40 more than what we need. Yeah, so we're generally producing a lot more than what we need, even in this cluster. So a good way to look at it is if you discount VR edutainment, because that is just absolutely stupid. We'll look at that in a minute. It takes a city-sized block to produce what they need. It's virtually the same size to produce what the people need inside. This down here, these are methane power plants. This is not enough to keep the whole city running, by the way, but this is leftover methane that we had from turning organic waste into methane. We're making 340 organic waste a minute, and I'm only using 164, so we could pretty much double the amount of organic waste. Excuse me. We could pretty much double the amount of methane we produce in these methane fermentation plants, and we could double the amount of power plants. I thought this was a good use of the organic waste. I haven't found another use for that yet. I'm not too sure if it's needed for these terraforming things. I doubt it very much. I mean, we do need some vegetables. Yeah, I'm not too sure. I don't think we're going to need it for anything. So yeah, just turning it into methane to give me some extra power. The water and the oxygen I just bolted on the side of the city. I'm pretty sure we're making way more than what we need. Yeah, the oxygen is like way more than what we need, so we can shrink this down. The reason that I'm producing more of everything, we're going to talk about in a minute, is that I've started upgrading the spaceship, and I didn't realise that the spaceship gives huge reductions and huge production increase at the same time. It's pretty crazy, actually, some of the buffs that you get. So yeah, spaceship. I have done the bridge. I've done most of the ones that required the materials that we already had to hand, which we were making for the computers, the home robots, and the home appliances and stuff. So I've done the bridge. This needed aluminium bricks and electronics. This, every time electronics is produced, you get 1 extra unit. So, double the amount of electronics. Well, I think it makes 2 per cycle actually, so you're getting 3 now. I've just done this communication array. This needed neural processors, VR edutainment, and home robots. This is each time a neural processor is produced, you get 1 extra. Each time a VR edutainment and home robot are produced, you get 2 extra. Excuse me. Now this is absolutely huge. The home robots and VR edutainment are the 2 most complex goods that the people need. Getting this many extra goods is an absolute game changer. As I say, some of the buffs you can get from these are pretty crazy. Computer deck we still need to do. We can deal with that in a minute. The FFT engine, this requires Iridium AI control units and motors. We can also do this. FTL fuel cells. This was a tricky one. This needed advanced chemicals, superconductors, and yellow science. Just finished this one as well. In fact, the production is still in place. We need to delete it. This, each time superconductors and industrial chemicals are produced, you get 1 extra unit. Orbital scanner I haven't done. I don't think we're going to need to do this because this says each time advanced filtering mesh and superconducting coils are produced, you get 1 extra unit. Each time filtering mesh is produced, you get 2 extra units. Now the filtering meshes, if I remember correctly, are only used in the terraforming stuff. For a max pop build, we're not going to need to worry about terraforming. The people don't require us to terraform it. It's just a thing. If they had a storyline, I would imagine it would be in it. So, and the superconducting coils, the only thing they're used for is the adamantine, to keep the adamantine drill going. Remember in the last one we built this colossal adamantine drill? I will rebuild this drill off stream, by the way, because that took quite a while to set that up. So yeah, as far as I'm aware, the superconducting coils are only used to supply this. These are part of the ongoing resources that this needs to keep running when it's up and running. So yeah, I don't think, for us going big and wanting to get the most population we can, I don't think this orbital scanner's worth it. A passenger deck we did. This, each time survival food and good food are produced, you get 1 extra unit. Also get a 15% reduction for all habitat needs. This is absolutely massive. 15% reduction across the board for all of their needs. That's everything from the survival food all the way up to VR edutainment. 15% reduction. Massive. Hull. Each time sensors and heat exchangers are produced, you get 2 extra units. So not only are we getting loads of extra home robots from the one that we just went over, we are obviously getting a load of extra heat exchangers, which reduces the amount of... Yeah, heat exchangers are made for sensors, correct? Heat exchangers are part of the superconductor factory as well. Yeah, so another one, well, I've done it anyway, but not super useful for us. This one was pretty handy. Storage deck. Each time home appliances are produced, you get 2 extra units. Each time concrete and steel are produced, you get 3 extra units. So big. This is a good one for early game. I should have probably done this a lot sooner. Thermal systems. Telescope we haven't done. This needs adamantine. This is probably going to be one of the last ones we do. It needs adamantine and red science. Each time adamantine is produced, you get 5 extra units. I mean, we're not going to need the adamantine, I don't think, so I may not even bother with this one. The thermal systems. Each time chemicals, organic waste, and methane are produced, you get 1 extra unit. So a load of extra organic waste, load of extra methane, which you make from the organic waste. So very, very handy for having methane power plants made from the organic waste. The last one is the laser cannon, which we know what that does. So yeah, all in all, there's only one more really that I want to get done over here for the time being, and it was the computer deck. This needs computers and holo displays. So we're going to do this, and at the same time we can have a look at our VR edutainment production, because I had to build that off-site. I decided to build it off-site. So first things first, let's delete this science build here. This was dealing with one of these. Is the oil on the grid? The oil is on the grid, yes, but we don't need it. Also, these superconducting factories we don't need. That means I'm guessing these heat exchangers can go. Yep. Computer production. What else did they need? Oh, just iridium and sulfur. Okay, that's cool. Heat exchangers, iridium and sulfur. So yes, I decided to do the VR edutainment production off-site because it needs a lot of space. It's this bloody great thing. So these are the VR edutainment factories. They need holo displays, which need reinforced iridium, nanotubes and sensors. We've got reinforced iridium, nanotubes and sensors. The sensors need bricks and aluminium. This is the bricks, the aluminium's coming straight in. The holo displays we just talked about. They also need nanotube processors, neural processors. So these need nanotubes and microchips. So everything else is pretty straightforward. This is all just the recurring industry that needs to get those up and going. Again, pretty sure we're making a lot more than what we need. Globally, VR edutainment is in need for 58, so let's call it 60. So we're making double here. This is good for 2 clusters. We are short on the iridium rods, but there was a spaceship thing for that as well, and it is the FTL engine, so we can do this one after the computer deck. So we should be able to put a rocket thing down here. This should now receive the computers, the excess computers and stuff from over here. I'm not making computers over here. Okay, let's do this a bit different then. Oh, just forget what I'm saying. This is dragged in the holo displays from over there and it's nearly done. So yeah, not got to worry about nothing. Easy peasy. I was testing. Talk about this over here while we're here. I was testing these high-tech workshops. These make high-tech tools which then get put into your factories and it increases production by 50%. Now, this 50% is not a free 50%. It still uses the same amount of input. So all it does is speed the factory up and save you space. Well, space is not going to be a problem. This map is absolutely massive. We're going to run out of iridium and aluminium before we get anywhere near filling all this space with population. So, as far as I'm aware, the only thing what I can see is worth using these high-tech tools for is things that require you to worry about space, which is mines. The most effective way to use these is mines. And then we will only use it if we run out of resources on the map. If we run out of iron and stuff, or we start running out of iridium and aluminium, then we'll start thinking about producing these high-tech workshops to give us the tools to increase their production speed and get more productivity out of each ore patch, if you like. It's kind of like upgrading your miners so they give you a little bit extra. It's like half extra again. And one tool lasts ages. Like one of these high-tech workshop tools lasts really, really long. Another good thing. Yeah, so in my mind last night when I was kind of thinking the use for these high-tech tools, I thought iridium and aluminium are the most scarce resource on the map. Aluminium not so much, but iridium definitely. And we need iridium for VR edutainment to get us the most population. So yeah, I think I've got 5 iridium patches. That one is outside the map. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Got 4 iridium patches. Now this one is not maxed out. But if we were to max it out, kind of. Let's just do this for science quickly. Right, I know this isn't going to be perfect because some of them have more iridium on than others, but they seem to have a big patch and a small patch on each. So let's just take this with a grain of salt. But let's say that we can globally, from one of these produce 250 is a good number. That means we can make 1,000 iridium from these 4 plateaus. 1,000 iridium. If we add another 500% on that, so add half, let's say we can make 1,500 if we give them all of the high-tech tools. Now, we are making slightly under the reinforced iridium rods that we need to power 2. We said it was enough to do 2 clusters, and each cluster is like 10k. So let's say one of these can do 2 clusters, which is 20k. That is unboosted. So with another 500 on top, it could do 30k. Times by the 4 iridium plateaus, I reckon 120,000 global population is a good target to aim for. Aluminium, we need 230 and we're making 300, and we're nowhere near. We've nowhere near maxed this out. We've barely scratched the surface of what this can produce. And there's a lot more aluminium on the map than there is iridium. We've got 4 plateaus again, but you get a lot more in each kind of crater, if you like. So I reckon 120k is a good target. This is exactly how I'm going to do it. I'm not going to group them all together. I'm going to have individual production per factory, if you like, per city, if you like. Excuse me. Yeah, so it's going to be like 12 clusters ish. Oh, spaceship's done. Now, are we getting the bonus from that iridium? No, it was a computer deck. This one gives us iridium, 1 extra. So we're going to repair this. And then we'll do another recalculation because this is going to give us extra iridium. So another calculation to come in a minute. This needs AI control unit. Are we even making those on the map? No. What are they used for? Needed only for the most high-tech computing tasks. These need methane, nanoprocessors, and sensors. Wow, these are big. These are massive. Now, this is going to make me free a minute. And it needs methane. Which is not a problem. This is going to make free a minute. Okay, well, we really want to try and get another one in. If we can. Can we squeeze one in here? I'm guessing the big old chemical factory. Go up there. We can plop another one in. Now the sensors has gone down, the neural processors have gone down, but we're overproducing on the stuff that needs them, so it shouldn't really be too much of a problem. So if we are producing now 5 a minute, and we need 225. That's 45 minutes. Okay. Well, it is what it is. We're on fast speed. Suppose we could start doing something else. So yeah, brief overview again. For those of you that were wondered, I went over it a bit quick. We're going to have these city square clusters now. We're not trying to fill out the whole radius of the stadium. We're just going to keep it to this grid. We're going to attach all production to the side of it. The VR edutainment will be made off-site and shipped in. We're going to make it near to the iridium piles. And then we'll just send it in. At the minute, these ones just come in on a super fast highway. And it easily keeps up. It's coming from pretty far away, so we don't have to worry about anything. We will be using the organic waste to create methane. We'll be using that methane to create power plants. Any extra power that we need, we will make from, well, either methane or nuclear. We haven't really done any nuclear yet. I suppose we could do that now while we're waiting. We can make some nuclear power up on this plateau. Why not? Let's zap away. Zap away these bushes. Nuclear power, super easy. Not a problem at all. We can probably remove this methane power plant down here then. Once we make some nuclear. How much power did this actually need? It's like 7,200, so it's like, I would say it's close to the amount of population that you get in the houses, but it's like 2/3. 3/4 of the power, 3/4 of the population that you need 1 power each. Thinking about it, we don't need the uranium for anything apart from power, pretty much. If we're not worried about the adamantine drill, if all we're going for is just big population, which is what we are, then we should be able to make quite a lot of power up here. We have 6,000 workforce to spare. These are just absolutely over the moon with everything. Couldn't be better. The home appliances, I wouldn't say they struggle, but they're the one that gives me most grief. I wonder, could we give them a sneaky way into the city there? Traffic works perfect with this grid. I could not get this to work with the amount that we were producing before in the previous save. Immigration level is high. And also what I was thinking as well is you can upgrade the houses without getting any people in. So we could pretty much build a whole square like this. Upgrade all of the houses before we get anybody in. And then literally just drop the landing pads down and watch it go crazy. Because we have figures now. We know what we need per cluster. This is exactly what we will need to sustain one exactly the same size. So yeah, we have the blueprint, the writings on the wall. Let's get some uranium mines going. Bring the power up from here. Right, these radiation cores, whatever they're called, are made in this building. And these get a bonus. Or they give a bonus to the mines. Let's create a district. So we're producing 24 and we only need 4.8. Crazy. Producing 24, we need 19, so we can get even more. These just need chemicals, literally, that is all they need. Producing 24, we need 23. Probably only need 3 of these. So they should be getting their chemicals. They'll make the enriched uranium. And that's it. You just add water then. I'm not too sure how many we can power off this, but these need a bit of water. Wow, we can double it. Easy. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Now we can connect this up to the grid. If we do this. And this. And this. Incoming storage empty. What? Oh, it needs 50 to get started. Interesting. And then it burns for 500 seconds. It's like 8.3 minutes. Eight 8.3 times 4 is 33. 27. It says we've got enough though. And that's just from this. So we can double the size of this. Oh. Just literally copying it over. Once the storage on these close ones are full. What's the storage limit on this then? 100? I'm sure it'll filter through. Right, let's zap that bush out of the way. See how we're doing on this. We are just over halfway. Let's zap this bush as well. Don't know what the storage limit is. 58 seems like a lot. I would imagine it's going to take more. Excuse me. Yeah, we've got 3 going now. That's got enough to start another cycle straight away. This is saying we are good. 55. Demand is 48. We're producing 55. All good. And these produce 2,000 megawatts each. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 1,600 megawatts of power. Damn good. Right, we've pretty much used... We've probably got enough copper because we've got this up here. We blast this. Probably got enough copper to support another cluster over here. We've probably got enough sulfur. And we have another iron node here. So we may have enough stuff. We may have enough stuff. I doubt it. How much iron do we actually need? I mean, we're making 480 in this cluster. And we're making way more copper as well, so we could probably borrow some of this. And we can build another one of these literally here. Right next door. And as for this converting methane into power thingy, we're just not gonna need it. It's just a waste of time. How much methane does the city actually need before I delete all of this? Yeah, perhaps I was a little bit hasty there. Definitely delete these. This can go. Surplus to requirements. So, this is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 7 in a block. Let's start it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And it's 4 small park, 4. Perk. Classic park. Oh my god. Then it's 2 big pack 6. We messed up. When I say we, I mean me. And it's 1, 2, 3 blocks of 7. Not enough power in network 1. What? Not possible. Now we have enough power in network 1. Yeah, I balls this up. As you can tell by my silence. It is to a road, a park. Road. 1, 2, road. Park. Road. Park. there. Then we have a little road like that. And that is our basic grid. Survival food. Survival food, no problem. And then we have that there, that there, and it covers the whole city. Kind of. One there somewhere. Then we have the highway around the outside. Not enough power in network 5. Not too sure whether we need these little highway slip roads. Probably not. Now these are actually highways. Not these. Not these ones, you dope. These ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 27, 30. 3 blocks of 10 for the oxygen. There was some food production here. That is no more. Water is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3. I wish they would let you filter layers. So I don't have to look at the oxygen pipe. Oxygen and water. Methane, we're still making 4 times as much as what we need. Okay, this spaceship thing is done. Which one was that? It was this one, wasn't it? Each time reinforced iridium is produced, you get 1 extra unit. Okay, right. Let's go and see how much iridium we're making over here then. So this plateau is making 252. Oh, it only gives us extra reinforced iridium, so that is handy though, because that is free goods. So we're making 250 from the plateau now. So the demand is 117 for 10,000k. So 252 divided 117 is 2.15 times 10,000 is 21,500 from a plateau, plus 21,500 plus 50% is 32,250 times by 4 is 129. So let's say 130k. 130k is possible with the iridium. If we can get a similar amount of iridium mines, all with tech tools. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. This one's outside. Yeah. So 4. 130k possible, maybe. I asked in the community if there is a record, if anybody has done anything stupid like this, and nobody responded to me. So I'm guessing if we get 130k, we're going to be up there, probably with just me. We've easily got enough iron, copper and stuff on the map. It's just distributing it, getting it to where we need. There is loads of it scattered about the place. Aluminium's not going to be a problem. Power for days. All in all, the writing's on the wall. The plan is set. So 130k is 13 clusters of these. It's not going to look like a lot. We could probably cram them in this side of the map, but we're going to put them wherever the resources are to make it easier for us. So we'll have 130 or so of these square little building, square little production, square little cities, shall we call them, with the production dotted all over the map. But yeah, that's going to be it for now. That's exactly an hour. In the next one, we will build the production for this and start filling the houses up. We won't bring in the landing pads to fill them up with people yet. We'll just get the houses up to tier 6, and then we'll try injecting all the people in one go. But yeah, as usual, thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed this, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers. Thank you.